Katende Harambe Rural Urban Training Center, located in Kyaliwajala, Namugongo, Kira Town Council, Wakiso District in Uganda, is one of the training centers and demonstration farms that have changed the life of many people through training them on how to achieve high productivity using available resources. Started in 2004, the center is more into urban farming and environment conservation.
I'm Godfrey Kigoye at Katende Harambe Urban Training Center, Namugongo. We are doing integrated sustainable agriculture. It is a training center and a demonstration farm where we host from grassroots to the above. So the center welcomes all types of people that are doing businesses in agriculture, and we are more of giving people nature-based solutions. Think of anything you are doing in farming. For us, we give you the technical way of doing it without using a lot of money, and in also seeing that you're doing it in the way that you also save the environment, so that you can also, when you leave, the people behind you can find where you are working from and even the project you are doing. We do soil and water conservation. We do train people how to make their own means of feeding the soil. And we also have a slogan that says, feed the soil if it is to feed you. I understand if we want to make money in farming, you need to look at where you were going to put whatever kind of crop you are going to grow, ranging from fruits, vegetables, cash crops, coffee, vanilla, mention but a few.
Waste sorting at household level through support from partners is being done by the institution to help promote environment conservation. Here, food waste is collected to breed black soldier flies, BSF, that is Hermetia lacens, non-biting flies whose larvae efficiently convert organic waste into high-protein biomass and nutrient-rich fertilizer, making them key to sustainable agriculture and waste management.
Today we have a burden, I can say. People are throwing, people are dirtying, people are degrading the environment in so many ways. But let's first start from where we come from, the households. We are working with other partners, and we are trying to see how people can start sorting our wastes from the household level. We sort, in fact, we have a program that gives the households within around here, Naria Estate. We started with this program, started with Naria Estate there, working with Just Clean It, one of our partners we're working with. We give them containers where people put the food stuff, organic waste. We collect the organic wastes. We bring them here. We sort, as you know, in a homestead, okay, they are trained, sensitized, but still, when you collect the organic waste, that food, leftovers, it comes with some forks, plastic forks and all that. So when it reaches here, we sort. Then we remain with only the food stuff. Then again, we add the value on the food stuff. We don't just throw it away. When it comes here, the good food, the food that's still in the good condition, we can give it to our animals. Then the food that has started, that is contaminated, that is not good for them, now we are in another project which can also help us you out there be as a business. We do BSF. We are keeping flies. We get the flies, soldier flies, understand people there, the soldier flies, not the other house flies and all that. This is a type of fly that is good for domestic use or keeping. We confine it. Then now, because we know that that fly lays eggs, and the eggs let alone they hatch into larvae, what we need from these flies most is its larva, eggs and larva stage that now we use for other purposes, as we shall see when we go there. But we know to keep these animals, they need to feed. So what we feed them on is now the wastes we get from the households. You see now how we can now put value on the wastes. What you would call as a waste now is going to be turned into something useful, something business. Now comes in a business of soldier flies. Then we feed them from the wastes.
Food waste is stored into closed containers for 2 weeks or more to enable the waste decompose before transfer into pits where eggs are introduced to form larvae.
These drums are for the first to store the food waste sorted that will go to the pits where we raise the maggots from. Then those small ones, buckets, this for the when the maggots are ready to be sorted, we sort them and then put them in those drums for if they are going for direct to pigs, to poultry, to other animals, turkey and others, it goes there. If we are to dry them, we again get solar dryers, we put them in, then we dry, we make powder out of it. Then we use the powder to mix in poultry feeds. You see it is covered. To avoid smell, that's why we don't want to disturb the environment with the bad smell, and that's why it is covered. It can be here for more than 2 weeks because now it is a waste, it is a food, and even if it is spoiled, it will still be used there. As we just keep it so that by the time we empty the other pit, we put them there.
Unlike other farmers, at Katende Harambe Training Center, a simple cage is constructed using wood and normal nets to prevent flies from escaping. For the flies to lay eggs, an attractive color in form of cotton is placed inside the cage to encourage female flies to lay eggs, which are later transferred into the waste pits for feeding to form larvae. Larvae feed for 2 to 3 weeks until they reach the pupa stage.
Now, as I told you, you are there, that this is a system. You saw we started from the waste sorting. We went to where we keep the sorted stuff. We see now here the pits where we put the organic matter for the flies. Lay eggs, and the eggs hatch into the larva, which larva we put here to decompose this stuff. Now here you see these are houses for the soldier flies. You see it is confined. We don't want them go out. They should be here. And this is where now after hatching, when as I saw you there, we put here the eggs, the flies. They lay eggs on that thing you see there, that cotton. They're like any other fly. Where it lands from, that's where it lays the egg. Then after there, we collect that stuff with the eggs, and then we put in some basins, or we can cut some jerry cans into halfway, and then we put the eggs in there. Then we put it soft food. We can use where need be. You can use brewers residues, the one after brewing beers. the one from for those who are living in Kampala here, from Luzira there. Oh, you can use these people that brews marua, local beers, those stuff, that fine sorghum after crushed, that one, the millet crushed after brewing marua, that stuff, we put it there. They hatch into larva. Then when they hatch into larva, that's when we now put the larva to this stage here, and then they start eating on the sorted waste. We put something that is attractive to them so that they can land on. You see, most of them land on that white thing. That's why you put colored thing, so that they can land on. As they land on, they lay eggs there. Other people, what they do, we get some small wood or a box, we cut them into like an inch size, but at a certain length. Then we tie it there so that we have some landing point. You know, these flies, how they behave. When they land somewhere, before doing anything, they first lay eggs there. Even the house flies. That's why we say cover everything. Because flies, we know, when they land on a thing, you may not see the egg, but it is there. It lays egg there, and then before flying away, it has put some eggs there. So that's why we put landing sites, and then they do what? And then also we put them, as you see, it is confined. But we can also access, when we are feeding or removing some eggs, you see the zip we have put, open, you access, and then you do all what you need to do there. You get it? So this is how we brood them. Then from here, it goes to this the shelves here, you see, and these are some of the eggs. You see, these ones are eggs. Then when they go down, they hatch, and then the bad thing you find when we have already put all the larvae into the breeding, where they are feeding, they are growing from. Those are growing sectors. From hatching, they go to growing section. And from there, then when they grow big enough, the way how you can, I don't know, you saw it when I was showing up there. Those blacker thing was once that level, that color. But when they start turning into the other type, you know that they have grown. They are now going to make pupa to hatch into a fly. If you want to multiply and have more flies, you can leave them there. They grow to pupa, then you extract the pupa, and then you put it somewhere inside here to have flies like this. But if you want, you have enough stock of flies for the eggs, then you can use now them when they are at that size. You see now, this was once like the one I showed up there, but you see it is now turned to manure. You see, I just wanted to show manure on top, and then you see the other. This one alone, this pit here, gives us 300 kilograms of maggots. Yes. By the way, for us who knows, when you see like this, you know that down there is a lot of maggots. Because this now, they are excrete. You see, they are down there, many. And you see now they have grown, at least. Very soon we are yet to harvest. It's a serious thing, you see, in the net. If we want to multiply if you want more flies, then you allow them go there in the net. But if you want now food, you just sort this, and then you pack, or you sun dry them, you put it in powder. Sometimes, because as you see, there are some big particles, because of poor sorting and all that. Sometimes we can wait for 1 month. Yes. So that You can even sort, remove the lava, and again, if you see it is not broken enough, you put another round of lava. After lava stage, it goes to pupa. From pupa, it flies out as a fly, a soldier fly. But where it comes from, this cocoon is also a source of, we crush it and then it becomes manure. Now this is the manure we are selling. A kilo is at 10K, you see? So it's a source of income. And it is very nutritious. It's very fertile. If you know very well, this black kind of stuff. And this was once food. This was once a bean. This was once a portion leftover. This was once all those you eat at. This was once a cabbage or the leaf. But now it is broken down by the system here. And now it is something useful. Then we can put back in the garden. The challenges of layering this, one of the challenges is the pests that always come and eat. Even the bird, if you observe clearly here, all the place is fenced with the net. We don't need intruders. This is a type of fly, soldier fly, but we will have house fly. All what we have seen, the stages it takes, house fly takes. If you allow a house fly come here now, you'll be hatching house flies. And we don't need house flies. Those challenges, sometimes if you don't have technical know-how, you may not do this. Though it is simple, as I told you, 2 weeks like this, you are a senior in doing this. Just 2 weeks. People just don't want to know. They just don't want to know. But just 2 weeks, you know how to do. Then 2, you need to know how to handle the wastes so that it doesn't become a problem to you also. Yes, you should you know that if for us every week, we make sure that we collect the stuff. So you should not again stay here so long. Because when it turns into another thing. That's why you sort it very fast, then we want it to be covered. The smell and what it will bring that will harm maybe the people around here, it is inside there. Beyond me, I've tried to sell this thing to the poultry farmers around here. And their poultry are performing good. And they have liked this. And there is no manipulation like other people are doing in the feed sector. You may go there buying, say, fish, thinking you have bought 50 kilograms of fish. Kumbe, you have bought only 30 or 45. The rest is sand. Here, if it's maggot, it's maggot. And when you take it to Makerere, the nutrition protein value in this thing, it is far, far, far better than that of fish. Putting up that thing, those are nets. These are our nets we give our children, even we sleep in, some of us. So you just use the old net, you take it to a tailor, it joins it like that, you get a wood, four poles, standing, and then you raise it at a platform like that. Those are simple things we can. Then you come, I give you 1 kilo of this at 5,000. You go, you keep it, it goes into lava, you confine it there, it hatches into the flies, then you get the breed.
Black soldier flies are a versatile and valuable insect species that play a crucial role in waste management and sustainable agriculture. They are not only effective in converting organic waste into nutrient-rich biomass, but also provide a sustainable protein source for animals and enhance soil fertility through their excreta known as frass. Black soldier flies' ability to thrive on diverse organic waste streams and their non-invasive nature make them a promising solution for addressing food waste and promoting circular economic practices.